What's going on, everybody? My name is Reno and I'm a student here at NAIT in Canada in the personal fitness trainer program. Today I'm bringing you a home-based workout, something that you can do with just your body weight, a little bit of space, a couple of chairs or stools, something pretty sturdy, and a bed sheet and a door. So this is something that's going to be great for when you're vacationing, you're moving around through hotels, or you're an athlete traveling around a lot, whatever it may be. So let's get into it. All right, so this first exercise, we're gonna be taking it down to the ground and we're gonna be doing push-ups. Push-ups are great for working the muscles of the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. So a few things to keep in mind for this, for the technique, is to make sure core and your glutes engaged, as well as keeping a neutral back from your head down to your toes the best you can. We also wanna make sure that our hands and our wrists are underneath our shoulders, about shoulder width, making sure that we're keeping our eyes looking at the ground a little bit ahead of us to make sure that our neck is staying neutral with our back. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this. Again, our hands about shoulder width, fingers facing forward, wrists underneath the shoulders. Core engaged, glutes engaged, eyes facing forward, and then when we're bending the elbows, we're keeping them nice and tucked to the side. Breathing in as we go down and keeping our core engaged. And breathing out as we press through the ground. So that's the push-up. So we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 12 repetitions for that, and then resting for about 60 to 90 seconds in between those sets. All right, so this next exercise is gonna be a bodyweight squat or an air squat. I've heard it quite a few different ways. Essentially, we're gonna be getting into our squat position. So feet are gonna be about hip or shoulder width, whatever is most comfortable for you and gives you the greatest range of motion. Wanna make sure that our shoulder blades are being retracted and pulled down slightly, making sure that our upper back is nice and rigid and engaged, and keeping a nice neutral back with our sternum nice and high. Toes are facing forward, or they can be turned out ever so slightly. And whatever you want to do with your arms is all preference. They can be overhead, you can put them over your shoulders, on your hips, whatever you'd like. For now, I'll just cross them over my chest. And then as we start the descent, keeping our core engaged, glutes engaged, we're gonna unengage the glutes slightly as we bend at the knees and hinge the hips back at the same time. The knees shouldn't be coming too far over the toes, if at all. And we're going down like we're sitting down. Getting to the bottom here, trying to keep our back nice and neutral, sternum high, and then pressing with the glutes and the quadriceps, the muscles here on the front of the thigh. And then at the top, we want to make sure we're engaging our glutes and pressing the hips up to a neutral position. We don't want to be over exaggerating the lower back or pressing the hips too far forward. Just engage nicely to come to a nice, strong, neutral, tall position. Okay, so a few more reps are going to look like this. Again, breathing in on the way down and breathing out as you press through the ground up to the top. So that's the squat. Again, we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 12 repetitions and taking anywhere between 60 to 90 seconds rest, depending on how you feel. Okay, so this next one is gonna be a little bit more challenging in terms of your balance, and you're gonna need a little bit more caution when it comes to this exercise. But this one, we're gonna need that bed sheet that I mentioned and a doorway, making sure that it's very tight in the frame of the door, making sure that it's not going to pull out and cause you to fall backwards. But this one is going to be starting to work the muscles of the back now. There's many muscles that it's going to be working, like your traps, your rhomboids, your lats, things like that. So we're going to be doing a rowing variation here. So you're going to want to make sure that you grab 2 ends of the sheet, whatever is most comfortable. All the way up. You can make some handles like that if you have the ability to. Make sure they're even on both sides. And then we're gonna get into a little bit of a split stance just so it's a little bit safer. So this foot here in front is just gonna be offering a little bit of balance, and this leg underneath is gonna be supporting your weight, making sure that you're not falling back. So we're gonna be starting here. Fully extended, full protraction of the shoulder blades, and then we're gonna be pulling up. So we're gonna be retracting the shoulder blades, so down and back, and then pulling with the arms, pulling up to the door. Okay, we're gonna do this nice and controlled so we can really feel the muscles working at the back. Retract and pull. Okay, really try not to use our legs too much. They're just mainly there for balance. Making sure we don't fall backwards. Keeping a nice neutral back. Nice and controlled movements. Keeping the core engaged as well. And again, breathing in as we lower and breathing out as we pull in. So that's the door row. Again, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 12 repetitions and taking about 60 to 90 seconds rest. At this point in the workout, you may need a little bit more rest, but again, just do it based on how you feel. Okay, so this next exercise is actually going to be a superset. So we're going to have 2 different exercises done back to back. So the first one is going to be heels or foot to ceiling, and we're going to be working on the gluteus maximus. And then we're going to be going, after we've done both legs of 12 repetitions, we're going to switch over to a side lying leg raise. And this is going to work on the gluteus medius and minimus that are often neglected in traditional workouts. So they're going to look something like this. So the first one, we're going to be getting onto our stomach here. Arms out in front of us. You can rest your head on your hands if you'd like, making sure we're keeping a nice neutral back with our core engaged. And from here, we're going to bend the knee, and we're going to raise the foot or heel up to the ceiling. Okay, really focusing on the contraction here in the gluteus maximus or the butt muscles and your hamstrings as well. Okay, so you're going to do 12 repetitions there and then switch legs and perform 12 repetitions on the other side. And then you're going to go right into the other exercise. So you'll be lying on your side. Hand out here in front of you, or you can have it at your head, whatever is most stable and comfortable for you. Again, keeping your core engaged, nice neutral back. Internally rotate the hip, or just bring the toe and the foot down towards the floor. Then you're going to be raising the leg while it's still internally rotated up to the ceiling. Okay. Keeping your balance. Really holding and contracting at the top. Okay. So as I said, make sure on the first exercise to do 12 repetitions on each leg, each side, before switching to the second exercise. And then again, perform 12 repetitions on each side there. And then you rest for 60 to 90 seconds. Okay, so this next exercise, we're gonna be isolating the core musculature a little bit more than the isometric contractions that we used on all of our other exercises, just to maintain good posture and core engagement. So this one is gonna be a bird dog hold with a knee to elbow contraction. So it's gonna look something like this. So we're gonna be getting into a quadruped position with our wrists under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. You may need to get some padding or a mat just for your knees because it can start to hurt if you're on hardwood. So we're getting into a nice neutral position here, tabletop position, core engaged, and then under balance and under control, slowly raise one arm and one leg. Now for some, just doing that may be enough to start, and then we're going to be progressing from this position here into a contraction of the core as we go into that spinal flexion and touch our elbow to our knee, contracting the core, just like a crunch, coming back out and relaxing, getting nice and reset if you need to, and then switching sides. Reset. So we're going to be aiming for 6 repetitions on each side to start. You can progress up to 10 if you find it a little too easy. But again, this is going to be great for stabilization and muscular endurance of the core. And then we're going to be doing 3 sets of that as well with 60 to 90 second rest. All right guys, so this next exercise is going to be focusing on isolating the muscles of the back of the arm, the triceps, and we're going to be doing tricep dips. So all you need here is a couple of bar stools or chairs. Corner countertops work really well as well. Just making sure that you have enough height to clear the ground with your body, and it's something that's really sturdy. It's not going to collapse inward or anything like that. So we're going to get our hands set just outside shoulder width, our feet just underneath us. Going to make sure that our shoulder blades are pulled back and down, nice and rigid and engaged, core engaged as well, and then take a breath in as we go down, and then release that breath as you press up. Coming down to about 90 degrees at the elbow, and then pressing up. So that's the tricep dips. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 12 repetitions with 60 to 90 second rest. So we just have one last exercise. We're going to be focusing on isolating the biceps now of the front of the arm here. And we're going to get in a position similar to what we did for our rows. So we're going to be grabbing the sheet again, go a little bit higher up this time and grab it with your palms facing upward. Get into that split stance again. Core engaged, nice neutral back. This time keeping your shoulder blades back and down and nice and engaged. And then from here, we're going to be pulling at the bicep. Okay, so I get a nice lean. And curling in. So pulling the sheet towards you to pull yourself towards the door and curling in to that nice bicep curl position. Doing this nice and controlled, holding that contraction at the top for a second. And again, not using your feet too much, they're just there for balance to make sure that you don't fall. And again, 3 sets of 12 repetitions with 60 to 90 second rest. So there you have it guys, a full body weight, home-based or hotel-based workout with things that you can find commonly around your home. If you like this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe below, and comment below and let me know what you thought. If you like this video, I'm going to be doing lots of videos like this in the future, so definitely stay tuned and take care.